Hello and welcome to your week ahead. This is a quick and easy prediction video where I take a look at the energy themes for the week ahead. I've got my notes here and my spirit team had me pull a tarot card that represents the energy for the week ahead. It's going to be quite an interesting one, but isn't every day, every week kind of interesting right now? Well, we're about to get started, so hang tight. All right, my promise to you is this entire video will be done in 13 minutes or less. 13-minute Thursdays, quick and easy energy forecast. I am Dallisa Hocking, 5th generation psychic medium and channeler. So I sat down and I said, all right, spirit, universe, what do we need to know for the week ahead? So I'm going to share the 4 energy themes that came in, as well as the corresponding tarot card that they want us to consider for the week ahead. And then one of my favorite parts of these Thursday episodes is that I ask you a question of the week. You did such a great job last week. This week will be fun and very interesting because you'll see when we get there. But let's jump right into the predictions for the energy. So theme number 1 for this week is dark and light. There is more unfolding, more coming in the darkest of moments as people will reveal themselves and people will rise up. Today, Thursday, the 14th, today and Saturday are heavy energy. So honor your feelings and go within. So when I was channeling that note, it felt like this reflection of this week of like our highest of highs, our lowest of lows. And that when dark moments present, that more people will be stepping in, helping out. I was feeling this undercurrent of more humanitarian efforts for our week ahead. So I do this from like a Thursday to Thursday roughly. So take that into consideration. But today and Saturday, we'll talk about Saturday in a minute. Saturday is full moon day. There's a lot of energy going on. So the card that they had represented for theme number 1 is the moon. I shuffled my cards. And so I said, all right, show me the card for each of these themes. And so these were all pulled as I was channeling. So the moon, dark and light. Of course they pulled this card. I'm sitting here thinking, wow, yeah, I like the moon card. Yeah, there's lots of shadow pieces with the moon card, but also the moon giving off light and sometimes being a new moon with the darkness. So dark and light, of course, it's the moon that they picked. I love that I'm just coming to that realization as I'm speaking to you right now. But the moon for me is also a card of deception and things that haven't necessarily been shown to you that are being revealed to you. So pay attention to little signs and synchronicities this week. What have you not seen that could be revealed to you this week? Surprises, right? The moon for me is also very intuitive. So again, listening to that inner GPS, that inner guidance that you've got. Okay, theme number 2. Your past is saying hello. You may hear from an ex, not necessarily romantic, but an ex, an old friend, an old boss. Or you may find over the course of the next week, you're remembering a lot of things from the past. The question for you around this, is there anything you should be forgiving and moving on from? There's a lot of energy this week, very potent energy around releasing and forgiving and having compassion for people who may have done things against you, okay? The card, interestingly, I love how spirit lines all of this up just perfectly. Your past is saying hello. The card is the 5 of Swords. Now, I read tarot cards a little bit differently than traditional readers. My master certification was through a teacher in the UK, and he had a very different system than a lot of other tarot card readers I've seen. But this card for me, my card deck works with me and with my energy. So it's my interpretation of this card, the 5 of Swords. Conflict and challenge. So it makes sense why they said, is there anything you should be forgiving and moving on from? What have you been fighting up against? Who have you been fighting? Have you been fighting things within yourself? Have you been fighting other people? Has it resulted in relationships not being as harmonious as they could be? So, what could you do this week to take steps to have more harmonious relationships? Okay, the Five of Swords. Whenever I see that card come up, I'm like, oh, who are you fighting? Who are you fighting, girl? Okay, theme 3 is the full moon on Saturday. Okay, big intense moon on Saturday. Likely feeling a lot of emotions today. You may have felt a lot of emotions on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. It's kind of all over the place this week. So wouldn't be surprised if you've been crying a bunch this week or feeling like filled to the brim with emotions. But Saturday, the full moon, they said the theme is, what are your silver linings? Can you focus more on the light, just like the bright moon? Can you take it as a symbol and a reminder, the moon, of course, take it as a symbol and reminder of the light inside of you and the light inside of all humans? So if you're able to see the moon Saturday night, I want you to remember what they channeled through me, which was seeing the moon, seeing its glory, seeing its light, and having that be a symbol and reminder of the light that's within you and the light that's within all living beings. Okay. The card, perfect, the Fool. Now, the Fool for me, it's the 0 in tarot. And this for me is all about new beginnings, new pathways. You can even see, like, up in this corner here, the light shining. The light shining, right? Shining a light on your pathway, just like the moon does. See how this all works together and how beautifully, like, synchronistic this all is? So the Fool. The one thing I would point out about the Fool, though, that I would say, be aware of is he's about to fall off the cliff. Sometimes we can be so excited about the new start, the fresh beginning, the light, seeing the light, feeling the light. We are the light, like kumbaya, right? And then you fall off the cliff. So make sure you're paying attention this weekend, slowing down, watching what you're doing, not running off the cliff. All right. Like last week, I think they were like, what are you dragging down the freeway? This week, it's like, okay, enjoy the fresh start, the new beginning, the light within you, the humanity that's happening around you. Just don't fall into any pits if you're not paying attention. Okay. The fourth theme, and then we're going to get into the question of the week, which I can't wait to hear your comments. I read every comment, but let's go with theme 4. Theme 4, rise of the micro communities. This has been coming in a lot lately. The rise of the micro, small communities. There will be less and less on mainstream social media and more energy on bartering for goods and services, having a garden, and turning off devices. Spending time with people in real life. Whew. Micro communities. This has been coming strong in the last few weeks. But it felt prevalent as I sat down for the week ahead. So don't be surprised if you hear more people this week say, oh, I haven't been checking my social media, or I haven't been checking my DMs, or I haven't been blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm just kind of checked out right now. Okay. I feel like the communities are going to shrink and there'll be like micro communities going on. That'll unfold more and more. You'll see what I'm talking about. But it feels like more about like who's got the best garden on the block rather than like who's got the best photo on Facebook. Priorities are shifting, my friends. The card representing the theme of rise of the micro community is interesting card for this one, the Devil. Okay. So in this card, you can kind of see people are shackled, they're chained up. And so I sat with this and I was like, the devil, huh? Around micro communities. What does that mean? And so here's what they said. This devil is asking you to let go of jealousy, your comparison to other people. There's enough for everyone. Release your shackles and the things that are holding you back. Give freely. Give freely. Yeah. Letting go of jealousy. There's enough for everyone. It's like, ooh, yeah. I've heard that come up a few times lately. You know, and we all experience it. Like, oh, you know, they have this. I wish I had that. You know, like, oh, this is like, no, no, no. There's enough for everybody. Don't get caught in the illusion of I have to take what's mine and good luck to everybody else. That is not the energy that we're headed into, which makes perfect sense why they picked that card for the rise of the micro community. So we're going to get to your question of the week. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know which one of those themes are standing out to you the most. So we have dark and light. Your past is saying hello. What are the silver linings? And rise of the micro communities. So is one of those standing out to you this week? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Comment. I read every single comment. I'm going to get to your question of the week here in just a moment. I'm keeping it under 13 minutes. I promise you that. A couple of updates. Congratulations to I do group business coaching for wellness and creative entrepreneurs. We just finished the business cohort. Congratulations to everyone that just finished that. I'll be announcing it later this summer. We'll be doing an October business cohort. So if you want to start a business or you're frustrated with your current creative or spiritual business, we can get you all set up and ready to go for 2023. We'll be starting a new business cohort in October. So be on the lookout for that. Last night, we had our amazing and wonderful panel event. We looked at the upcoming eclipse season. If you did not attend that, you didn't have a chance to attend that, you can purchase the replay of it on spiritandspark.com and scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see a link for the Academy page. So go and check that out, and that will be available there for purchase for you. A new show, brand new show with Lisa Gunshore of Buddhist Biohacker premiered, and that premiered today. And if you haven't had a chance to check that out, please go and watch it. We're excited to have the morning show back, and it's a very interesting conversation. So I'd encourage you to check Spirit and Spark TV and go find the broadcast from this morning. Your Morning Shift is what it's called. And then on April 23rd, if you're feeling like you want to connect, you want to talk about everything that's going on in the world, we're going to have a spiritual gathering and conversation called Community and Connect. That is on April 23rd in the morning. So make sure you are on our email list. You can do that by going to spiritandspark.com, and you can add yourself to the email list. And by doing so, you can start to get our emails. And that way, I can put it up here on the screen. That way you can start getting the emails and you can start coming to some of our gatherings and our events. We had a great event on Tuesday night too. So thanks to everybody who came to that. Okay. The question of the week. Are you ready? It's 13 minutes right now, so I'm gonna hit play. All right, here we go. Your question of the week. Stay tuned. If you could read the mind of any one person, you can only pick one in the whole world, dead or alive, one person, if you could read their mind. So if you're somebody that's dead, you're going to have to travel back into time. One person, you could read their mind. You could hear all of their thoughts. Who would you pick? Put that in the comments right now. If you could read the mind of any one person, who would it be? I want the creative answers. Come on. You guys are creative out there. I want to hear what you come up with this week. I kept you over an additional 60 seconds, and I apologize for that, but hopefully the tarot cards added a little bit of spice and dimension to the week ahead and your forecast. Again, go to spiritandspark.com. Make sure you're on our email list. And if you're looking for a session, either with myself or if you'd like to talk to somebody that's a reader on my team, go to spiritandspark.com. You can always request a session. I can see what you're looking for, and I can match you with a practitioner that's on my team. So we're looking forward to working with you. Take a deep breath. It's going to be an intense few days ahead. You've got this. I believe in you, and I'll see you back here next Thursday. All right, comment. Who are you going to mind read? I'm awaiting your answer. Thanks.